do this really quickly. I did a photo booth on all this, so it's on my photo booth. It's an hour long. This is about portals. Okay, so two things: how to optimize the video game through the portals, through trauma and crying awakens you to the two-level split of the plane. I've noticed that through intense trauma, I pull out of the person that I am in the video game. I pull out of the video game and I can see the video game as it is, and that's why this is how trauma optimizes your playing of the video game and your success in the video game. And this, you know, you optimize it. I know you're stuck on it a little bit afterwards. You're like, oh, what happened and stuff, but you know how to play it. You realize that you're in an avatar. You realize all the matrix stuff. You realize like how faster you could get things done. You get things done way faster. Is this focused? You could get things done way faster. You realize like, oh, okay, so I could do all this stuff now. So trauma, like a fight, activates your trauma. You go into a dissociative state where you cry, and that's when you start to pull off, and you go back through the glove, back through the avatar, and you realize, oh my god, we're playing a game. And then you have this experience where you actually can connect to other people playing the game. So you can connect through the spacesuit to the higher self, to the person with the heart, with the soul beyond it. This is really important because it relates to what happened last year, because I saw that hologram and I was like, no, this isn't real. It was real I was outside of my hologram. I was outside of my avatar, and I literally felt crazy. And feeling crazy is when you pull aside and you see two parts of yourself simultaneously. There's the brain in the spacesuit of the spacesuit. Then you have the consciousness behind it. So you and the consciousness behind it. And then you have then you can have experiences back here. Once you're back here and here at once, everything's going to merge together, and you're going to start to see things. You're going to start to be both places at once. So it's basically like you're dreaming while you're awake. And that's the thing, is that when you're dreaming, you go back to that state. When you're meditating, you go back to that state. When time stops, you go back to that state. When you cry, when you dance, all of those things pull you back through. That's why you start to see weird things when you're doing those things. And so you optimize your playing. So that's what I was going to say, is like, by doing this, unfortunately through trauma, unfortunately that actually shifts a person. So you start to optimize your playing in this game. You start to realize, oh, I can play this game way better. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. And you also realize the time construct isn't really real, and the brain thinks, oh, we only have that much time, or our spacesuits are going to age. But really, what you're thinking is not about the spacesuit aging. Everything is happening in form on the right time. So you think, oh wait, but like, I'm supposed to meet that person who's the soul behind the spacesuit. That's gonna happen. It's like, I see that it's gonna happen. I see that time kind of stops, and time kind of gets irrelevant at that point, because you start to see everything falling in place as it's supposed to. I'm just rushed because I have to skip the dishes. Why is this important? You rush to, you realize that it's fading right now, like the effects are fading, but I realize that everything is real and everything is on time at a certain time, and I don't have to worry about anything falling into place, because most likely it's just meant to happen, and I'm supposed to I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to just play the game, I guess. And another thing is that even when you add levels of consciousness onto it, like cell phones, it's another level of consciousness. When you add camera, that's another level of consciousness. And so I was gonna say time stops, and money is a construct, and they're all just constructs that you're playing the game through. So you're just playing the game through those constructs. I'm just so confused right now. And that nothing matters but not getting affected by life, and also by operating way beyond the trauma, beyond the spacesuit, and remembering what it is so you can play the game better. It's all about playing the game at optimal speed, at optimal level, and there's no such thing as optimal speed. It's basically like you just play the game and you realize what's important. What's important, the gems that are important to you, is how you play the game. So if dancing is important, if it's important, going through the portal is important, then that's what you're supposed to do. And another thing I realized is that someone said people are breaking up people that are awake, breaking them up, you know, splitting them apart. That's why, you know, sorting my computer is so important. So I have a camera while I'm driving so I can record everything. I'm very intelligent. I'm super intelligent. I need all this space to be able to talk about this, but I'm supposed to go through my portal just like Donald Marshall's probably supposed to go through. The thing is that we're waiting for someone to go through our gates to open the Stargate, and that's what was supposed to happen. But because I was a little witch, because all this kind of sketchy stuff through AI that was causing the split, AI causes the split, by the way, caused that all to happen, both of them could not go through the portal that they were supposed to go through. And now they're playing probably like an occultic game. They might be, you don't know. And it makes me sad, it makes the universe sad, it makes the game sad, it makes the creator sad, it makes the empaths playing the game sad. And that's why the sadness was felt. But I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh my god, he was supposed to go through the portal, and I am a portal, and I am a Stargate, and you go through the Stargate. And that's why I think other people are conditioned to be those players, and conditioned against people going through the portal, because if you don't allow people to go through your portal, then you're losing the game and you're making the true creators mad. They were supposed to further their consciousness through going through my portal, and they didn't do it. And I don't know, I'm starting to think I'm crazy. In the video game, crazy, like what the heck, not do that, you know, like that does not work. But in my higher self, I understand that that's what I was for. It was a portal to go through. And he was supposed to go, you know, like the on our way home. Yeah, it was supposed to happen. And that was supposed to be, you know, when the two spacesuits come together, you know, the spacesuits come together, the man is going through the portal, and she's feeling complete because the consciousness has filled her and gone through into the different world. And that's why creation energy and source energy is so important, and why instantly as you pass through the portal it lights up like a video game. It lights up, it's like, oh yay, you went to level 2 or something, and then, you know, life source congratulates you and they're like, yay, they did it. Now if they don't do it, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a portal, and that's like why it didn't happen. That's why I was getting so close, unless they were false. And then what happens when you have the wrong person going through the portal? When you have the wrong person repeatedly, like a narcissist or something, going through the wrong portal all the time. That narcissist or whatever, that person that's not really an empath in the game, is going through and lingering in your portal and just taking up the conscious energy there. And what it's just doing is basically filling the wrong parking spot. Like the parking lot's full and it's kind of a mess then. And that's why this is also important to me, and it optimizes everything from the avatar. So, you know, when you pull out of the game, you're going to sleep or whatever, you're going into that realm and you're pulling out, you can optimize the avatar. That's why when Brandon's around so much, I'm playing the video game. And that means that the more I play the game, I can't do the energy behind it. I did a whole vlog on my photo booth. It's April 12th today, so yeah, that's really crazy, isn't it? Okay, I probably should go now. But the two things I wanted to say is by pulling out of the game through trauma, through crying, through meditation, you can optimize the avatar. Think about it that way. Think about it when you have trauma, what happens? You dissociate. Dissociation really means you're splitting in two, but what's really happening is your consciousness is going back to the two consciousness it's already at. So there's already two consciousness. That's why you can talk to yourself. Your brain can receive information from your higher self, and that is a form of pulling out of the video game. You can optimize, though, your experience here, because you can pull out and recreate through the gears of the video game. Unplugging this valve, you know, that's what you're doing. You're consciously doing that 24/7 to optimize success. That's energy manipulation. That's manifestation. That's what they talk about. That's the gears. You know, you're putting your hands, your spacesuit, you're going back into the sewer system, which is your consciousness soul here, and the soul is doing all this work behind the scenes of your experience and creating a better experience. And then you in turn are like, oh, okay, like we're doing all this stuff behind the scenes here, and you're going along with it, and you're making it happen by shutting out the rest of the video game. Your body is like, no, go away, I'm manifesting, okay? And then the second thing I wanted to say is that you're supposed to go through my portal and didn't go through, and that's why we had a shutdown. We had all this other stuff going on, and you selected those people because you have a certain, your gate has a certain criteria for the people that are going to pass through. So the people passing through my criteria are empaths. They're people that have souls, they have love, they feel sexual energy very, very rampantly. They understand the concepts that we understand, so like at a higher level, so a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of intelligence, an excited thing. Not worrying about time is a huge thing, not worrying about cycles is a huge thing. You know, pushing away cycles, pushing away time, pushing away money, realizing that there's other things deeper than that, and also putting a high ticket value on sexuality. So the fact is that they didn't know I was a portal. They probably thought I was like thought or something. They probably thought I was just like or something like that, and a person that's trying to manipulate. And if you go through the wrong portal, what happens? Your spaceship breaks down, your energy is stuck, you're stuck in that portal. Now, if you choose the right portal to go through, it's not up to me to make my portal like amazing. It's up to the avatar to catch up with the energy manipulation I'm doing in the background to optimize the portal and the avatar, so that the avatar seems like shows what it needs to show. And I honestly need to show like the best version of it. It's just not up to me. It's up to the beyond the scenes work. So the beyond the scenes work will happen. My makeup looks so good today. It looks so perfect today. Okay. Organically, I start a conversation like when I'm talking to I'm super rushed. I have a lot of on my mind, like too much on my mind, and I know that I need to, my shift is almost starting at 6, and I'm bombarded by family like as soon as I wake up. Trying to continue the manifestation. The manifestation is continuing. I think it's just that things are getting heavy right now energetically. It's okay. Like, I told myself I'm not gonna react next time that this happens. I'm not gonna like freak out, as I know what this is. Like I know it's the time, like the month is of April is like this. Although like we haven't fought this whole month of April just because I've been keeping my distance and stuff like that. I have so much to do. Backup wise, I haven't danced in a long time. Like I have so much to do, like personally, and just like timing wise for everything else.